Welcome everyone to the May project update for Redoak Development Group. Tom Staub, CEO of the company. Today we have a lot of good news. It's been a tremendous 2023. We've made a lot of progress on our projects, a number of approvals, city council meetings, partnership announcements, new hires. We are full steam ahead. And in other news, in about 5 days, we are launching our new fund. $200 million fund to fund a lot of our projects on the construction side as well as the land acquisition side. I will say before we get into the projects, while everyone is taking a sideline approach to land buying, I recall back in 2019 and 2021 when you had to buy land and you had to do so in 60 days. You had to rush through water studies and feasibilities and pay top dollar. The beauty of now is that no one's buying. And so now we're getting deals that have 9-month periods of feasibility. We're getting bottom of the market pricing. We're getting favorable terms in all of our contracts, sometimes seller financing at 5 to 6% debt. So we see this as an opportunity in a quite contrarian viewpoint to go out there and acquire strong positions that we will develop and get approved, shovel in the dirt in 18 months when we think the market will rebound and demand will be robust. So we're completely on the opposite side. While no one else is buying land right now, we're out there buying all that we can to position ourselves for 18 months from now. So look for more projects in our pipeline. And today, let's get started. So the first one of our older deals, Sea Willow Ranch, which is in Lockhart. Keep in mind, we do have 500 acres adjacent to this tract. We're making a lot of progress with the city council. We are in negotiations for a PID on the overall master community. This project is phase 1, so it's incredibly important that we get this done all the way to lot delivery. All said, we are working on the final contract to have all lots sold and claimed for. The builders in this one are Guillen Braun Homes and Ashton Woods. So those lots are all claimed for. So that's exciting news. We are looking to pay out investors and the returns Q4 of this year. So that'll be a phenomenal return to investors. They earned about a 27% return annually on the project. So great news for them. Another successful exit for the team. And again, we had the preliminary plat approved on March 17. And so we're looking to have construction plans approved in August, September, and then obviously we'll have shovel in the dirt there sometime in Q4 this year. So a few hurdles in that one. We did have to negotiate with the city on some sewer line stuff, but we're steaming ahead. All good things there. Okay. Temple 75. So one of the lessons we've learned in land buying is when the markets are hot, tertiary markets like Temple, and while we do like Temple overall, the builders get a little weary of these markets. So going forward, we're only going to be buying up to secondary markets, right? So in the peripheral of MSAs and metros. However, this deal is preliminary plat approval, and we're expecting to have construction plans approved by July, August. So we're in really good shape with this deal. And again, we have a commercial tract, about 10 acres, a 16-acre multifamily tract, and then a 50-acre piece for single-family homes, right? We are getting attention on the multifamily tract. We are getting some attention on the commercial tract. And we're getting attention from build-to-rent builders on the other lots. So we are in talks with a very well-known builder to partner with them and actually take on 291 of these lots, half of which will be a build-to-rent, half of which will sell retail. So, and there's a great comp for a neighborhood. It's called Northgate. It's adjacent to this property, and homes are selling for $315 to $350 there and doing quite well. So there's a good chance we'll be taking this down ourselves and doing the vertical, which will allow us to exit out investors by December of this year. So more to come on that. But generally, the project's in really good shape. Cash in the bank, so we're burning in a responsible manner. And we will have a next step and final exit strategy by the end of June. So more to come on that. The next one, our deal in Seguin. So 80 acres. It's called Willow Creek, and we do have a property on site. We have decided to demo the property and increase the lot count from 315 to now 340. So we expect to have shovel in the dirt on this one in Q1 of 2024, maybe Q2. So lot deliveries mid 2025. Going well on this one too. Engineering is doing a hell of a job of knocking down all the checklist items. We like this one so much that we're actually looking to acquire the land around it. So we do have offers out on the tracks all around this property to make it what was once 80 acres to what will potentially be about 180 acres. And what that does is, again, because we're buying in this down market, we're getting phenomenal cost basis, right? And so our blended cost per lot for land is going to reduce by 30-40% as we expand in this down market. So we are looking for ways to maximize efficiencies through our land buying process. So, but generally, again, we have not yet marketed lots on this. We do want to wait until the market rebounds to do so. So we'll probably start looking to sell these in Q4 of this year, maybe Q1 of next year, depending, but no rush on this one. Fundings are coming in from our partners in Israel. It's been a great partnership with them. I'm going to Israel in June to meet with them, to meet with our investors. They like this project quite a bit, and we're in good shape. So another project in really good order. Pretty basic single family development, nothing too fancy on this one, but pretty solid location overall. It's a mile from the Navarro High School, which is one of the better high schools in that area. So Flagstaff 14. So really good news. Viewpoint just hired their senior architect for their vertical division. So we are in the process of working with the engineering firm to build out our renderings. A pretty unique project here. We are currently raising about $2.8 million on this project. We're going to take 10 of these units and build out a fractional ownership model, which is essentially a timeshare model where you actually own the property in a 1/8 fraction format. So we're going to see what we can do there. It's kind of a gamble. If it does pay off, we can raise about $15 million of capital in pre-sales on this project, which is pretty fantastic. That'll fund all horizontal and part of vertical. So even still, we're still raising $2.7 million to pay for entitlements, pay for engineering, pay for the land closing. We're closing on this in about 2 months. We've made a lot of progress on engineering and haven't even closed on the deal yet, so that's fantastic. We do expect to have approvals on the permits in September or October, which puts us, depending on the weather, Flagstaff has heavy snows, so we might have shovel in the dirt in Q4, but potentially March of 2024. So this one is one of my favorite deals. We are going vertical on this. We're talking to a firm called Mosaic to help manage the vertical management. Very attractive site, prime location, 3 minutes from the university. And if you haven't been to Flagstaff, it's an absolutely gorgeous location. So looking forward to bringing this to market. Again, we are still in early phases. This will, again, be another 2025 project that we begin to sell the retail home. So a lot to do on this one, a whole different model, but pretty excited to see where this goes. Lockhart 800. So we have made tremendous progress with the city of Lockhart. They have been great to work with as of late. We are in discussions for a PID, and this is one of our pride projects. And when we think about what Red Oak, what our vision is and what makes us different as other developers, we're really trying to create this interconnected community with new schools and micro retail and medical campuses and hospitals and soccer fields and breweries and diversity of home products. So we really want to be the developer to compete across San Antonio and Austin and be this innovative developer that creates real communities. This and another one are two of our most iconic projects to date, right? So we will have about 800 acres in Caldwell, and I think over 10 years, about 2,000 acres. Big project here. Very excited. So we'll probably end up building about 2,000 lots here. This is adjacent to our 90 acres down in Lockhart, and so we expect to get 5-6 builders in this project. We're already working with hospitals, a hospital partner here to build out the hospital and a med campus. We just got back from a legal meeting with the city council lawyer yesterday. So we're making great progress on this. This will be a continuation of the 90 acres. So we'll begin to do construction here probably late 2024, Q1 of 2025, and then begin to sell the lots roughly at the same time. So very excited about this project. If you want more information on this, we're we're going to have an event coming up here in June, July, and August. Send me an email. We'll get you on the list. That should be fun. So, but yeah, if you're hearing a common trend here, it should be that a lot of our deals are coming to fruition late 2024, middle 2025, right? Because that is when we expect the rebound to really take hold. And so if we're right, we should be in a good position on a lot of these deals to deliver what the market demands, okay? Going on to the Outpost. So kind of a passion project, another deal near Flagstaff. This is a 12-unit glamping resort, which will be a 30-unit over the course of 3-4 years. We're pretty much all locked in for all permits and all approvals. We're going through bank financing right now, dealing with the appraisal, as we all know how that goes. So we will look to have this up and running and shoveling dirt probably by July of this year. So completely different model, definitely a passion project. Pretty fun though. If you want to know kind of who we're competing against, there's a company called Under Canvas. Check it out. The head developer of Disney is with them, and they're doing a great job on their parks. So we're in the same corridor as Under Canvas to compete. Yeah, so looking to bring kind of like a wellness sort of a glamping retreat center to the area, and it's about 20 minutes south of the Grand Canyon. Phenomenal location. It meets right at the peak of two major roads that 90% of all visitors to the Grand Canyon have to pass. So pretty excited about this location as well. Pappy's World. So pretty interesting here. We had a site for what was going to be the biggest RV park in Texas. We got a water study back from Gonzalez, came back unfavorable. They want us to do an offsite of about $4 million. So we figured it was too much risk, wasn't worth the squeeze. But it got us thinking, you know, we love the idea, love the brand. So we are talking with some partners right now to begin to scale up what will be a RV park brand, right? And that brand is Pappy's World. And we have a story behind the character. And if you're curious, again, email me and I'll share it with you. But Pappy's World, we're going to be launching in a crawl, walk, run approach. So this year we'll do 1 or 2 parks, kind of get to know what the sweet spot is, what the blueprint is, how many slots do they need, what sort of amenities do they need, do they need gravel roads or asphalt roads? All these little nuances we'll perfect over the next 18 to 24 months. And that's when once we really thread the needle here and understand what the ideal park looks like, then we throw capital at it and really start scaling up from there, right? So we want to kind of test the water, see what makes sense, take low risk, smaller projects, and begin to understand the market in Texas. This will be primarily a Texas RV brand to start. I am working with Sage Outdoors as a third-party consultant to help us reason with our stats. Texas has more RV permits than any other state in the United States. So we are very concerned and not necessarily negative or positive, but just more cognizant of potential supply being flooded in Texas. So more to come on this. We're excited about this arm of our business. We all know the RV world is booming right now, which is interesting because pre-COVID, it was on the downtrend. So we're watching all of it. We think there's a lot of promise here. We just have to be sure to do this right in a risk-averse manner. So that wraps up our projects. We have a number of other projects in Dallas with one of our partners, and we are slowly expanding into San Antonio. Again, we have a lot of events coming up in Houston and Dallas and in Austin, 20 to 30 people, very tailored and curated events where we bring investors in, builders, and really show you what we're doing, why we're proud of what we're doing, and what makes our community special. So look out for that. If you're on the list, we'll be sending you invites probably sometime in May or June. Again, they're free to come. Really workshops. We have our president or the president of Viewpoint come and kind of present their vision and just show you what we're up to. So if you're interested, let us know. We'll let you know the event. And until then, we'll see you next month. Thanks.